Okay, so basically this is the tower defense game, and I'm gonna like describe what each thing does. So essentially for the tower defense game, we're gonna have to get like a starting like path and how this is gonna show. So this part right here is going to make a randomized path from two castles with spots to place down towers, and then this little section right here is going to be our way to gain coins, and then this section is going to essentially like make the color part of the color to our thing, and then show how many coins we have. And then right down here is going to be our castle lives. So how many lives before one of the sides like dies has. So shows all of the things, and then we have our function call, and then we have our variables. So our chosen tower, selected tower, towers, range IDs, upgrade buttons, and create tower buttons. And then for all of our units, we have our basic units, and they're not that good. And then we have our medium units. They're a bit better, but they don't spawn as frequently. And have our large units, which are very rare and are pretty strong. And then we have the boss units, which are like really hard to find, but they're really strong. And then this is essentially like how the enemies are just gonna like spawn and keep track of. And then this function will make all of our coins. And then this right here is essentially going to be our buttons for our towers we can place. And then how we select the tower, which gives our thing. And then display grid, essentially going to show all of the grid. And then down here with the random points to essentially make the random points for the path to be generated. And then this actually draws it, and then this down here creates the empty spots for the towers to be placed. And then this right here is essentially making everything right down here look smoother and look better to like not overlap anything too much. And then this is essentially putting down our yellow squares for the spots to place towers. And then get coordinates essentially tracks every single like thing in our canvas when we run the thing. Like as you can see, upgrade button, button height, self range, tower names. It essentially tracks like even selected tower, your coins, it tracks everything. And then the clear selection, it is for the removing certain things if they don't need to be there, depending on what you do. And then this is just essential tower cost, pretty simple. And then a simple upgrade tower section. So for the cost of the tower, it will upgrade it by 1.1, but you can upgrade it again by 1.1 of its already multiplied amount, or double the amount because of right here. And then the main placing tower is right here. So this has all the stats, damage, range, attack speed, color, upgrade costs for archer, bomb, and wizard. So like for example, bomb would have the most damage. And then this is our tower like variables and types, which is damage, range, attack speed, target, color, name, and upgrade cost. And then this is essentially the part of the path drawer and draws everything we need to draw for upgrade buttons and place buttons. And then the attack towers makes the towers do like actually start attacking the enemies that will spawn. And then this just simply like places down the enemies after they've been created, which is right down here. And then right here is really long, but the simple thing is that if the target will be like Castle 1, then it's this thing. And then this is essentially basic units right here. And then we have the health is 50, and then else it'd be 100, depending on the thing. And then we have the medium enemy. See, these things spawn all the time, but their speed is random. For medium enemy, it creates a number 1 through 100, and essentially, if it's under 10, so 10%, it would spawn. So that just makes it 10%, which gives. So we have the images here for each of the medium units, and as you can see, their health is bigger than usual, like 500 and 300. And then the main thing is that their threat level is medium rather than basic, and their speed is slower and not randomized. And then large enemy essentially is the same thing, runs number 1 to 100, but it's a 5% chance because it's if spawn large enemy under 5. So it's a 5 in 100 chance that it actually spawns. So then these would be the images. So this would be targeting Castle 2, and this would be targeting Castle 1. And then the health is even more bigger, and their speed is slower. And if essentially like you're confused, the speed, essentially the greater the speed, the slower it moves. So this would be this would be moderately fast due to it's being 25 speed and on a medium. This would be pretty fast because this is meant to be a fast medium unit right here. And then these large units are even slower. Then for the boss units, it's essentially a 2% chance out of 100. And we have the bosses right here. And then the health is a 1,000 or above for the bosses, but their speed is actually really slow. And then the enemy, this is essentially like the towers, but it gives variables for them. So target, health, max health, health bar, threat level, speed, path index, and their ID. And then this is essentially all the function calls, which activates all the functions down below, which is draw health bar, which essentially shows the health bar to, like on the enemy, and then update health bar is essentially for if something attacks the enemy, it will update it and make it lower. And then move enemy is essentially going to move it along with the health bar. And then this also will include reduce castle life with essentially enemy health divided by 100. So a boss unit that takes no damage can deal 10 damage or 12.5 damage to the castle. Then for basic units, they don't deal a lot of damage. See right here, 1 divided by health ratio, or 1 times health ratio. 1 times health ratio for each castle. And then if it's under less than or equal to 0, same for each, it's gonna say game over. And yeah, it is game over. For game over, it'll delete everything and just stop everything with this code, and then it will, you know, remove itself. And then I don't know why I have it all down here, but this is the ending things. She binds everything to this, and this ends it. Now I'm just gonna showcase what it is by going. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this pretty Just gonna do a bit of changing. So this is kind of easier. Just for showcase though, you will start with like 10 to 15 coins if you use this. So I could place bomb tower and then upgrade it a bit maybe, and then go like, place multiple. And then place a wizard tower. I could set down an archer maybe. Then we'll just show off the units. So that is basic unit 1, basic unit 2, large unit for this side. And then that is the large unit for the other side. These are the two large units. We have to see if we can get a basic or medium. Oh, that's a medium right there, that whale. Oh, that's the boss, that little box right there. See how he's pretty slow than the others. And then that's same medium unit, large unit. Oh, that's the other medium unit. He's pretty fast. Another small box. That's the large unit. Now we gotta wait for the last boss unit over here. And if some of the units are going like pretty fast, it's because the slopes will make them faster for some reason, and I don't know how to stop that. And also, this is how the upgrade works. So you can like go up, up, upgrade, and then it's like bigger range due to the. So yeah, we're not gonna get it anytime soon. Let me just. That's it right there. That is the boss. That is the boss for that side, and that is the boss for the other side. Now I'm just gonna show the others. Just review over these. Look, that's the larger enemy, and then that's so like a dinosaur and like a funny like casino thing. And then a bit weaker is these guys, the medium units. So the tissue box and the whale. I don't know why I made them like that, but it is funny. So yes, and then the basic units you've already seen. And that is pretty much all I have. So yeah.